This is a quick video demo of chopping on your MPC. I've got a couple of song samples and I also sliced up some acoustic guitar for you. Enjoy! I got a new splash screen. Alright, so I've already got some samples loaded. Go mode, trim, and let's see, let's find the first one. Here's the drums. If you get really lucky and you set up your sample so it's 4 measures long, that works out pretty good because the number of pads per measure is 4, so it breaks your loop down really nice. You hit chop, and if that's the case, then you don't even have to do anything else and your sample's already set up for you. So I'm gonna hit edit, F2, I'm gonna scroll down to create new program, I'm gonna hit yes and do it. And since I created a new program, you can see it added the program to the bottom of track number 1, and now I have so that sample's all chopped up. Now let's try a harder sample to chop up. Again, mode, trim, and let's find the sample. The sample is of some organ playing. So in this case, I'm going to use auto chop. If you hit chop, then the auto button is selectable. You hit auto, and I've got it set to recovery time of 50 and threshold of 50, so do it. That usually works pretty good, but sometimes it cuts your samples off a little bit short, so it's good to listen to each sample and check them out to make sure. That one's okay. Now this one you can see right there that the sample is sliced off just a little bit early, so if you hit combine, it adds that extra cut to the previous one. Same with that one, you can kind of hear it. So combine, combine, and then hit edit, F2, and you want to create a new program, do it. And now that that sample's chopped up, you can kind of see. I've loaded some samples from some slicing I did on my computer. I just wanted to show this as an example so that you know how to set it up if you slice your samples somewhere else or you get some slice samples. As you can hear now, the samples keep playing on top of each other, which is kind of a mess. So there's 2 things you want to do. First of all, you want to turn this to mono. And then if you go over to mute tracks and go to group, select number 1. And that way, everything cuts each other off so that your samples sound nice and clean together. All right, now that we've got our samples sliced up, let's make a beat. That sounds pretty good. All right, now let's add that second slice to this. I think it'll sound pretty good. Not too bad. Now, one thing that's good to do when you're chopping up drums especially is to add a little bit of reverb. It helps to take out some of the cut sounds that you get from your drums. So if you go to mode, effects, select reverb, and I have that on effects 1, and I'm gonna go down here and change the reverb level to 20. And then if you hit mode and you hit mixer, you go to effects send and scroll up for each of the pads, and I already have these set for levels. I mean, if you hit main and then you play just the drums in solo, really fattens the drums up a lot. Now let's add one more track to this, the samples that I added and I sliced on my computer. Let's hit record, play. That sounds pretty good. Now I'm going to add some guitar to it to fatten it up a bit. All right, so I broke that guitar playing down into 3 samples. We've got this one. We got this one. And we got this one. Now let's chop that up. So I'm gonna go chop, and I'm gonna go auto chop. I'm gonna change the threshold to 60. I'm gonna hit do it. And there we go. Let's combine that. Okay, that sounds great. So let's go edit, F2, and I'm gonna assign this to its own bank, hit do it. Okay, now that I've got that sample chopped up, you can see okay, now let's slice up that other guitar part. Let's hit chop, auto chop. I'm gonna leave that at 60 because it seemed to work out pretty good last time. Hit do it, and it's done processing. I'm gonna hit edit. I'm gonna hit F2, yes. And let's see how that turned out. All right, now that I've got the samples chopped up, let's try and do some soloing over the top of this beat. Okay, I've got one more layer of guitar to add, and that's that second track of guitar I sliced up. So let's hit record and play. And that sounds pretty good. And here's the final mix. That's it, a video on slicing and chopping your samples. The nice thing about sampling an instrument that you played is that you can kind of rethink the groove that you were in when you originally wrote the part for the song, and you can kind of play it out of sequence and kind of come up with something completely different. Helps you like break the monotony of your normal playing style. The other thing about chopping loops is you never really know what you're going to get until you're completely done. It always seems to evolve and turn into something else, so it's kind of a fun way to go. If you have any questions or comments, please send me an email or drop me a line. Thanks for watching.